Thanks for tuning into this video. This is Math and Dice Roundtable. Like it, subscribe to the channel if you find it useful so you know future alerts. Otherwise, this one is going to be simply how I've started my Age of Sigmar and looked at starting a core set and where to build from it. So hopefully if you find that helpful, you'll see what I did ahead and my recommendations. Thanks for watching. First step that I did was to look at the Dominion sets. The Dominion sets were an awesome place to begin, I feel like, especially for Kruleboyz, because you could get that Killaboss on the Nashoof, the Killaboss Stabgrot, and the Belcher Banner, which the Belcher Banner, it's debatable if you keep using it, but it gives you flexibility in the points as well. The key thing is getting that Swamp Crawler Shaman and Pokrot. I am disappointed that you can't get that easier, but it's one of those essential pieces I think that you really need for that spellcasting ability. You get the 3-man skewer Bolt Boys, 10 Gut Rippers, and 10 Hobgrots Slittas. The only issue I have is with the Bolt Boys and the Gut Rippers. The Bolt Boys, you don't get necessarily the leader model, and the Gut Rippers, you don't get the banner, which is really disappointing. However, the Dominion Kruleboyz half is just outstanding when it comes to what you're going to get to build a core set. So yes, I definitely say start with finding a half of Dominion Kruleboyz, which there is plenty out there, $80 to $100 average. The next key step I think is essential for flexibility of the army is a Beast Skewer Killboy or Killbow. And they're 35 bucks. It's 100 points, but it gives you that big punch for monsters. This is one of those things that you really need to probably put into your army early so you have something that threatens. Their ability to punch is great, especially in big multi-wound units. So definitely looking to getting one of these and adding that to your army. Now, I've talked about the sets and where to look to get to build that core. This is really my suggestion. 2 Dominion halves. The key element here is getting those Shamans, Hoggrots, and Gut Rippers. The 2 Killabosses is what I usually run with a Nashoof when I'm playing just with this core set. The Nashoof has some nice little power to it, but really the 2 Shamans, 2 Killabosses, 20 Gut Rippers, and how I like to play is playing 1 Killaboss with each Gut Ripper unit. The Hobgrots have some little range that can puncture with some Rend, which is also nice because there's not a lot of Rend out of this core group. But that's kind of what I take out at the Dominion half. This is going to take you about $250, $270 just for 2 Dominion halves. I'm not big into the banners, but if you put the banners in there plus the Bolt Boys man skewers, you're talking about a lot more punch. And it gives you flexibility. Again, you gotta remember I'm trying to talk about a core set that you can build off. Have some flexibility in your points, figure out your play style, but I think you're just going to have to should have. The Hobgrots will probably be replaced easily as you get some bigger units for the points or more gut rippers or what you like. I also feel like 2 beast skewers minimum are essential. So that's like another $70. But with the beast skewers, you're looking at 1,500 points. Now, 2,000 point game, you still got about 500 points to work with. Now, if you play with everything you have out of what's here, you're at 1,720 for points. So again, you're only 280 away from the end. And easily, if you like the Gut Rippers, get a box of Gut Rippers. Or if you want the Brute, or you want to go for a big one of their big monsters, Slum Drake or something like that, easily you can kick out some Hobgrots. But I'm like, if you're playing this, I'm suggesting no matter what, non-negotiation, 2 Shamans, 2 Beast Skewers, and build from there. Pick out who you want your war bosses. The Shamans are going to get you some flexibility, pass out some extra venom. They get to do some of your spellcasting, dispelling, which you're going to need against some other armies. Throwing an Arcane Tomb on one of them to give them the 2 spells instead of 1. Because again, you're not going to be able to face some spellcasting armies very well, but overall, this is a flexibility build, and it's not going to break the bank. Hope that helps. If you got questions, drop them in the comments. This is what I did, and to flush out my 2,000 points, I built on this. I got it 10 more Gut Rippas. I threw together some banners out of that Gut Rippa box and made my own. And I like the Marsh Crawler model and what it does. So I have Marsh Crawlers supporting my Hobgrots to increase their hitting power. And the ability just to pick a model off is awesome. So I do have two Marsh Crawlers and one Troggoth Brute as my centerpiece for some extra hitting. So let me know what you build. What is there a course that you like for the Kruleboyz? Thanks for making it, and hope this helps.